Hello, everyone, and welcome to my short selling series, Unleash Your Trading Instinct. We're talking about NVDA. That's one of the stocks that we're looking at shorting. So we're working on our shorting strategy here, and we have some guidelines, and we go through the guidelines in every video just to give you an understanding of my strategy and how I go about pulling profits from the market on a regular basis. So let's jump into those guidelines. Short selling guidelines, all-time high, pivot time frame. So the stock needs to be at all-time high. NVIDIA it's had a nice run. So we're looking for signs and signals of a pivot. And so we had a few days ago a down day and then a gap down, and now we're retracing slightly higher now back to those highs, and we're looking for short opportunities. In my last video, I discussed about, I think the target is 835, but today, we had a strong close yesterday, but today, like we see in the chart, we actually gapped lower and then sold off in the morning, and that triggered me to initiate a short. So we're going to look at those time frames. That's the third one, so we got to take a look at various time frames to see how this all fits in together to make sure that we're applying the strategy in the right type of environment. So let's take a look at that chart. Okay, so we have NVIDIA here, and so what we look for are these flag pulls type of pattern. So let's zoom out first, just to give you perspective. So this is the breakdown candle, and then we have a gap down. So those are signs and signals of a trend change. We had a nice run for about a month now, and I think that we can give back a little. So we're looking for a retracement at least back to this gap here to fill this, or all the way down here at about 860. So the reason why we have those price targets, let's zoom in here. We need to fill this gap that's here, that's in between 775 and 760. And then we also have this gap here, which is at 800. So that's a first target, is 800. And what I wanted to see is maybe like a high, like we closed strong yesterday. At the end of the day, we closed at the highs of the day, and I was expecting maybe a gap up and then some sell-off, but instead we just gapped down and sold off. So when we retraced about halfway through this first candle of about 15 minutes, I really like the risk here. If it's 1%, I'm not afraid to take that risk. So I initiated a short here at 813. It continued a little higher. It tested the top of this breakdown candle. It never actually closed above it. That made me very confident. I was just watching this throughout the day to see if it would get into this area, and if we would close above 821, I would just get out, and then I would just wait for another sign or signal of a trend change. So now we have this downwards move, sideways, and then we went sideways for most of the afternoon, and then we retraced back to the lows of the day. And then what I'm looking for is coming all the way down here to about $800 would be my first target. And then if we start closing candles below 790, my next target, I'm looking at 775 and then 760. But we're gonna, look at that when we get there. We're just looking for, quick trades here and there, and managing our risk with the 1%. And that's currently the setup here on NVIDIA. If you want to follow this more closely, I definitely have a Patreon that you can sign up to. That's linked in the video below, where we're going to be tracking all of our trades. I'm only posting a couple here on YouTube just to give you an idea and some free education on how to pull profits from the market. You can follow along here and observe on what I'm doing. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just me showing you my perspective and how I trade in the market to provide you with some education and entertainment. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a good day.